On the one side tonight, I have to my left Pratik Gupta. He's from Foxy Moron. He said, don't blame the brand ambassadors. Arun Iyer is National Creative Director of Lowell Indus, says celebrities are not liable. Ashok Pandit says, don't target the celebrities. All the pro-celebrity group is to my left, and Ashok Pandit also. Bejan Mishra is with the consumer. Preeti Shah is Director of Consumer Education and Research Center. Anuja Chauhan from Kolkata says celebrities are responsible, and so does Mohandas Pai. Say celebrities are responsible. Now, I want to ask these two gentlemen sitting to my left to start the debate, because I'm completely diametrically opposed to your point of view. Tomorrow, for example, if Madhuri Dixit or Amitabh Bachchan, they would not advertise for a liquor brand. Because if somebody died of liver cirrhosis by having too much alcohol from that particular brand, the family of that person can take the celebrities to court and say that it is because of the fact that celebrities like you added your name to alcohol that my loved one died of liver cirrhosis. Understood? Till so far we are agreed. Now tell me, if somebody has a noodle brand that in one test finds itself to have 17 times more permissible limit, right? And lead is far more poisonous than ethyl alcohol. Why should the same celebrities not be held responsible? Please give me a clear answer to this one. Tomorrow are affected by lead, which is more dangerous. Why should you not be held responsible?
But you know at the beginning that it is bad for you. At the beginning, the celebrities, they are assuming that somebody has run a check and it is good for people. And that's why it's in the shelf.
No, when a celebrity is endorsing a product, tell me, Pratik, is it understood that he or she vouches for its credibility?
And they should, right? And
they should, yeah.
And they should. And
so why are Amitabh Bachchan and, in this case, Madhuri Dixit not liable?
It's FDI approved, right? It's a food and drug approved. It is something that's edible on a day-on-day basis. So it's not something that's going to cause...
So who's responsible if tomorrow Maggi is found to be unsafe?
So I think the government is responsible for it to be on the shelves.
Yeah.
Why is it on the shelf?
So you pass it on to the government.
Because if it is on the shelf...
Yeah, you pass it on to the government, right? I disagree with you, because endorsing a product comes with a responsibility that those who are fans and admirers of your career in cinema would be more inclined to buying your products. So let's not fool ourselves. Let's get the other side, please. Anuja, you agree with that? Anuja, you agree with this? You know, this whole attempt, squeamish attempt at trying to keep all the celebrities safe from the products they endorse? Anuja? And by the way, it's an open debate. Feel free to come in. Anuja.
I just feel that I'm not very sure about the legalities of it, but I think they're absolutely morally responsible. They do have that much of a responsibility. Maggi as a brand is actually not a brand that has done a lot of celebrity advertising. They've been in India for more than 30 years, and I think for at least 25 years there's been absolutely no celebrity involvement for Maggi noodles. So, in this particular case, I'm finding it...
No, I think Amitabh Bachchan and Madhuri Dixit are celebrities, right? Amitabh Bachchan and Madhuri Dixit are celebrities.
But they have, the brand has not been built on...
Well, they are leaping off the brand, and the brand is benefiting from them. I'm sorry. No. They are leaping off the brand, and the brand, you know, commercial considerations blind these celebrities to their moral, if not criminal responsibility. I don't know why we are building a case on this.
No, exactly. It's a moral responsibility. It's a moral responsibility.
Of course, it's a moral responsibility. We'll open up to calls.
It's a brand that India has made.
It's not only moral.
It's a brand that India has made. It's
what do you mean by a brand that India has made?
I mean, if you go out to any of these social networks, if you go out to any of the people who are talking about it, Maggi is now built with nostalgia. It's
oh, really? So if nostalgia comes with a little bit of poison, it's okay.
No, but that's like exactly what we said. That's the food and drug authorities of the country who need to ensure that on a day-on-day basis, somebody is checking the fact that...
That's a bizarre argument. You're going to go after the people who do the licensing, but not go after the people who make the product.
Not because that.
You know, this is you can't blame the government for everything. I think Bejan Mishra is coming in. Bejan Mishra and Ashok Pandit. Bejan Mishra.
You see, the law is very clear. Whoever is involved in terms of advertising are liable, and very much liable in the sense that they have to be penalized if there is any kind of a... You see, like for example, you're taking money to endorse. You're not doing free of cost. It's not pro bono.
It's a
commercial kind of an activity. So you do come in and you are making yourself liable because you're taking a fee for doing that endorsement. So how do you take a fee without checking yourself? You see, and coming on to what the FDI is supposed to do, there is a law which FDI is following. But if somebody behind the back of FDI is doing something wrong, then all the people who are involved.
Amitabh Bachchan is a celebrity. Amitabh Bachchan is a celebrity who's going to see what FDI is going to say.
Arnab, can I come in?
Ashok Pandit.
You see, under the food safety law, Section 24 very clearly defines what is misleading advertisement.
It's misleading.
And how people have to be made liable.
It's not about the product.
So there is
they never said that the product does not have lead. If the product did not have lead,
all endorsers have to be made liable.
Will you just consider one simple fact, gentlemen, before you come into the debate, Ashok Pandit? Just consider this, that for 30 years, if there is more lead than is required or than is allowed, then for 30 years, how many generations of Indian children and Indian families have been fed lead? And Ashok Pandit, just consider this.
But what's shocking is, how have we allowed 30 years of Maggi to be on the shelves?
What is shocking? Is the attitude of the company.
That's a separate issue.
Ashok Pandit, a minute. My question to you. Ashok Pandit, calm down. Calm down, Ashok Pandit. 1 second. My question is very simple, Mr. Pandit. If tomorrow, in some distant part of Pennsylvania or Cleveland or Ohio or Arkansas or even Alaska for that matter, in any small American village, one packet of Maggi was found to have 1% more lead.
It would have
one second. Would there be even a debate over it? The company would be taken to the cleaners.
No, but we are not.
And if the same company would be accused of potentially harming over 3 decades millions of Indian consumers, allegedly, would that company have been allowed to get away with a debate on whether the celebrities matter or not?
Debating whether the harmful ingredients should be there or not. What we're debating is a celebrity responsible for a product.
Of course it was. And Amitabh Bachchan, who spoke in detail why he stopped endorsing Pepsi, he spoke about how when a girl asked him why he was endorsing a product that her teacher called poison, he stopped endorsing that particular cola. He's also spoken about how one must do their due diligence while endorsing a product. In this case, was the due diligence done?
So the due diligence...
No, this is Amitabh Bachchan's own argument, right? That you should do the due diligence. In this case, was the due diligence done?
Who is supposed to check whether it has harmful ingredients?
Both the company, both the company and the endorser.
In your case,
both the company and the endorser. Yes, Ashok Pandit, yeah. Ashok Pandit, there's no argument here. There is no argument. Both the company and the endorser are responsible.
Arnab?
Yes.
Arnab, if Mr. Bachchan, if Mr. Bachchan and Preeti Zinta are responsible for this ad, then all those channels and news channels are responsible for this by showing these ads on their channels after making money. So it's the same thing.
Mr. Ashok Pandit, cut down the aggression. Cut down the aggression, Ashok Pandit. Let us not forget that as far as the endorsement of Maggi 2-minute noodles is concerned, Madhuri Dixit in her ad promotes the product as being healthy. Don't celebrities like Madhuri Dixit have a moral responsibility to be doubly careful of promoting a product as healthy? Is an assurance from the promoters enough? Is the assurance from the promoters enough? Shouldn't there be an independent expert opinion sought before endorsing the product?
So you are also responsible.
Sir, the onus is on the celebrity.
Who have fed Maggies to their children are also responsible.
Ashok Pandit, I'll tell you one thing. Ashok Pandit,
the kids are also responsible, Arnab.
Ashok Pandit, well tried.
Actors and the celebrities.
Mr. Ashok Pandit, thank you for your determined attempt once again to save Bollywood. No, your determined attempt to save Bollywood. There is a world beyond Bollywood, sir. Wake up to it. Preeti Shah and Bejon Mishra want to come in. Ashok Pandit, calm down, please.
We are not scientists.
Calm down, Ashok Pandit. Calm down. Take a deep breath.
We are not scientists.
Preeti Shah is responding to Preeti Shah.
We are not experts.
It's all right, Preeti Shah.
It's
okay, sir. It's okay. It's okay. We are going to open up calls. Preeti Shah. Preeti Shah, please. Preeti Shah and Bejon Mishra.
Arnab,
Yeah.
Arnab, can I come in?
Go ahead, ma'am.
Can I come in?
Go ahead, ma'am.
Even before this whole controversy of Maggi noodles having lead and MSG came up, CRC had taken up the advertising that Madhuri Dixit was doing. I have written personally to her, complained against the advertisement of Health Bee or Taste Bee as an organization to the Advertising Standards Council of India. And ASCI did upheld our complaint partly, saying that the Health Bee has not been substantiated by Maggi even before this controversy. So they had to modify the ad which showed children playing football, and after that, when they were hungry, Madhuri said that she wanted to give Maggi noodles. So this is what we are talking, that celebrities have to be responsible. This product was not healthy even before the lead controversy has broken out. The product does not have atta as its claim. It does not have any nutritional parameters.
Product is in the market. What kind of argument is this?
Bejon Mishra, Bejon Mishra on the other side, please. Can we have Bejon Mishra responding to Ashok Pandit?
What do we do? You see, if supposing the company says, I don't use MSG, how do you not believe? And the point is that they have been deceptive. This has been a deceptive advertisement. They have gone behind the back of the consumer and betrayed them, saying that they do not use MSG, and they've done it deliberately. They have done it deliberately.
Ashok Pandit, don't try and run away with the debate. Ashok Pandit, first of all, calm down. First of all, Ashok Pandit, calm down. Let us speak calmly. I've listened to you so far. Ashok Pandit, I want to get these two gentlemen also into debate. Please don't say this. If that is the case, why did Kangana Ranaut refuse to endorse of NS cream brand in 2015? Why did allow me to complete, please. When I give real examples, then people will think. Mr. Ashok Pandit, calm down. This is not a Mr. Pandit, this is not a CBFC meeting. I'm not Palaj Nilani that you have to shout at me. Now I'm continuing, please, Mr. Pandit. This is not a CBFC meeting, and I'm not Palaj Nilani. You
cannot be Palaj Nilani.
It's all right. That's all. My question is,
Arnab,
Ashok Pandit.
I know you are Arnab Goswami.
Thank you very much. Now I want to go to Mohandas Pai, please.
And I'm Ashok Pandit. You should know that.
I know that, sir, but you don't have to be so angry when you say I'm Ashok Pandit. It's all right. Are you fine, sir? You should be happy when you say that. My question tonight is 1 second. Mr. Ashok Pandit, now listen to me, Mr. Pandit. Pulela Gopichand turned down a lucrative offer from a soft drink brand to endorse their cola. Why did he do that? Okay, one second. Amitabh Bachchan says, I stopped endorsing Pepsi after a schoolgirl called it poison. Akshay Kumar rejected a pan masala ad.
Factually correct.
Am I right? What is factually incorrect? Anuja, Akshay Kumar rejected a pan masala ad.
I mean, if you look at the timelines,
No, Anuja, don't get lost in detail. Aishwarya Rai turned down a fairness cream ad. Sachin Tendulkar turned down a 20 crore offer. Sachin Tendulkar, I am told, turned down a 20 crore offer to endorse a liquor brand. My question is, if celebrities are not responsible, why did Kangana, Pulela Gopichand, Amitabh Bachchan, Akshay Kumar, Sachin Tendulkar and Aishwarya Rai turn down other products? Can someone answer that, please? So I want these two gentlemen to answer that. You stay on the screen, please.
Those were their personal ethics.
So you should be happy about it.
Now what I'm saying is, now you suggested that should they have gone to a third party and got it checked?
Yes.
Who do they go to? They go to the Food Safety Standards Authority of India.
Did they go to a third party to stop endorsing a fairness brand?
Experts on that.
Did they go to a third party to stop endorsing?
There are two kinds of brands that they're trying to create, right? One is the brand that they're endorsing, and one is the brand that they're creating for themselves.
I don't care about what brand they're creating for themselves.
But that's where the decision is getting made, right? And at that particular point in time, who is going to do your due diligence? The government is going to do your due diligence. Did Amitabh Bachchan do some due diligence before stopping if a government is going and telling you tomorrow that a building is safe to inhabit, you will buy it, right? You will not go give it your own engineers.
Tell me one thing. Did Pulela Gopichand do some due diligence? Do you have to go to somebody? Doesn't it hit you sometimes that you need to ask yourself a question before? You people understand this. The fact of the matter remains that other countries. Yes, Anuja, please. Anuja.
No, the point
Arnab,
is exactly like you're saying that you have a moral responsibility.
Yes.
If the brand ambassador has a moral responsibility, that's all he has.
Yeah.
And I think that the point he made earlier was very valid. That do you check out every single product whose ad you're running on your news network?
That is
you
not
don't,
right.
Anuja,
the fact of the matter remains. Anuja, remember this. Anuja, remember this.
You're not doing it either. There's so many celebrities who are doing
Anuja, the fact of the matter remains.
I don't see a heated debate on Times now on the fact that Shah Rukh Khan is endorsing Fair and Handsome. You have never had a heated debate on that.
Anuja, the fact of the matter remains, and I'll correct. I don't know what Anuja remains. Remind this. You're building up a very spirited defense today of Maggi. I appreciate the fact that you are, but let me tell you today that if your starting premise was fundamentally wrong. No. What's it? Anuja, section 53 of the food. Anuja, listen. I'll tell you what the problem is. The problem is that it is not rocket science to understand that packaged food is not the healthiest type of diet. And yet, surveys in India have indicated that children are so influenced by advertisements that they prefer junk food instead of home-cooked food when it comes to a choice. So we are talking of children as a demography who are very vulnerable to the influence of advertisements. Then there is a mass market for products like Maggi. I am sure Nestle has a multi-crore, 100 crore business there for Maggi. There are crores of rupees. These celebrities are not doing it for free. There are crores of rupees that are paid to them. These celebrities therefore have to be doubly careful when endorsing a product. And celebrities have refused to endorse product for a variety of reasons. From fairness cream to liquor brands. No, what's that? Please don't. It's not about Bollywood. Please stop defending Bollywood. Okay, so fine. I'm going to open this up for questions.
What about Bollywood?
I want to tell you, do you even realize, Ashok Pandit, how scary it is?
You show those ads.
The UP FDA has found that lead is 17 times more than the permissible limit. Do you know what happens when somebody has lead 17 times more than the permissible limit? Will you have it? Will you make it at home for your loved ones? It's all right to fulminate on television. But I want to ask you whether you'll cook Maggi at home today. Will you cook Maggi at home? Will you cook Maggi at home, Ashok Pandit?
Inhuman people.
Will you cook Maggi at home?
Celebrities are not inhuman.
Anyway, I want
as inhuman. If you have come to know,
please don't do this Salman Khan number here, please.
They will not do it.
There is a world beyond Bollywood, for God's sake. Me, myself, my celebrityhood. We celebrities for each other. Bollywood for Bollywood. Me, myself. Can we get over that, please? Mohandas Pai in America. In America, what would have happened if this situation had happened in America? 1 second. I am not among those people who believe that celebrities' life are less expendable than. I want to ask you today whether those celebrities will cook the same dish at home. And we have a right to ask. Mohandas Pai.
Never endorse it.
Mohandas Pai, please. Mohandas Pai, please.
In America,
Mohandas Pai. Now, Ashok Pandit, I'll have to request you. I'll have to request you. Can we please have Mohandas Pai on the air then, please? Yeah, please, thank you. Ashok Pandit, don't.
Arnab, in America, if this had happened, this company would be sued out of existence and heavy damages would be imposed. If celebrities want to endorse something, they must do a due diligence, get it done from a good person, and make sure what they endorse is legal and proper. If they don't do that, they have to face the consequence. They have to prove that they're in due diligence. And some products you don't endorse at all because without due diligence, you know it is bad. So you got to exercise judgment. If you don't do exercise judgment, you do it blindly, something goes wrong, you are liable. It is very clear. It depends on how you do due diligence and satisfy yourself that things are as per the law, you are not going wrong and not endorsing something which is bad.
Okay, so here's the fact. No, Bejon.
It's supposed to be done by the food safety standards.
Isn't it supposed to be done by the company? I want to blame the government for it. Of course. No, is it supposed to be done by the company?
No, it is, right?
No.
The brand has been in existence for like...
Sir, it is written section 24. You see, 1 second, sir. I'm going to Bejon Mishra. Section 24 of the Food Safety and Standards Act of 2006. No person shall engage himself in any unfair trade practice, including the promotion, sale, supply, use and consumption of articles of food by any unfair or deceptive means, including the practice of making any statement, whether orally or in writing or by visible representation, which falsely represents. This is the last word on this, which I want to know. Ashok Pandit should read this today. which falsely represents that the foods are of a particular standard, quality, quantity or grade composition. There are two people who know whether that food is. One is the people who are making the food, and the second are the people who are certifying the food. This is a bizarre situation, viewers. Where tomorrow by this Ashok Pandit logic, Ashok Pandit, calm down. By the Ashok Pandit logic, you can't blame Madhuri Dixit, but you can certainly blame the child who has had the Maggi after watching the Madhuri Dixit. This Ashok Pandit, I'm not in a one-way street argument with you, please. The point is this, please, Bijon Mishra, I want to get you in on this. Bijon Mishra, the situation is so absurd today. If I go by this argument, you can't blame the celebrity. You can't blame the company, and the company has the right and the money. It's a global. It's a global. Global.
If they found wrong things, and
I'm not saying you cannot blame the company.
No. I am saying you're not saying it, but that Ashok Pandit argument is you can't blame the company, you can't blame the star, but you can blame the government. And you can blame the people who are having it. And tomorrow you'll turn around by this logic. They'll turn around to you and say, who told you to go to the shop and buy Maggi 2-minute noodles and give it to your children? Were you aware of the risks involved? I would like to ask those people, did you carry a statutory warning on that particular noodle pack saying this may have more lead than is good for your health or for your children's health? Was there a statutory warning? There wasn't. There was a statutory warning, and after that people would have had it, I would say you can blame the people, but can't blame the people.
Yeah, but
you can't blame the people at this stage.
The company is accountable.
You see,
of course, the company
you
is
see all the celebrities.
Celebrities are morally
all the celebrities.
But beyond the point, it is not in their control.
I agree with you, but
no. There is no beyond
like I said,
control.
If you go into a house, you see whether the government has approved the building, approved the plan, and approved how it's been constructed. The same way you go to an FDI and you say, have they approved the nutrients or the content of the product that's being served to you?
Yeah.
If it has been, those are the people that you go up
and
to.
Suppose you were to buy a house. No. Suppose you were to buy a house, but you were to find that the house was essentially built of 50% sand, and the house were to collapse after that. You did not know the ingredients your house was made of, and the bricks were made of sand, and the house collapsed, and somebody turned around to you. 1 minute, Ashok Pandit, please. I am asking this gentleman sitting to my left. 1 second, please. 1 second. And you were to turn around and you were to say, but my house collapsed. I lost my family members. What happens now? And and at that point of time, suppose that building company were to say to you, don't blame us. You saw the ad. Right? You saw the ad, but you turned around and said, but I thought the house was made of normal bricks. They told you, did you ask us whether the house was made of sand?
I would sue both the government and the builder.
And suppose there was a celebrity who made a lot of money in the progress, being the face of that particular brand that sold you the house.
That's exactly what we're trying to say, that the celebrity is going to be morally
responsible. So the celebrity is responsible?
Morally responsible, right?
No. Okay, so we are getting a lot of callers. I'm told Bijon Mishra agree with that. Mohandas Pai also disagrees. Go back to the debate. Going back to the debate. Going back.
Another point we have to remember that this is a brand that has been in existence for about 25 years.
No.
So who are you blaming?
I'm saying
the people of India.
No, I'm talking from the celebrities' point of view.
He's misleading people. He's misleading our viewers. He's misleading our viewers.
You see, and has
okay, let me ask you one. I'm not naming a brand, but suppose there was a particular antiseptic cream brand, which is also a very old brand of this country. Mr. Ashok Pandit, listen to me. These are logical examples. But people do not know that that particular antiseptic cream has a certain carcinogenic element to it. No, 1 second. And people use it. And people use it. And tomorrow, 20 years later, you find that that particular cream has a carcinogenic element to it and somebody gets cancer as a result of it. Right? And that person turns around and says, who is going to be responsible for the fact that I'm suffering from cancer? You'll tell the person you're responsible for it.
No, we're not. We should not be available.
No,
it should not be on your shelf.
No. These are consumer rights issues. Bijon Mishra.
You see, products are approved based on a standard. Products are approved based on a standard. There is a pre-approval before a product comes into the marketplace. You give a sample, it gets approved. You, as per standard, you promise that you will going to manufacture as per standard. And you don't do that.
Somebody has to do checks, right? Everybody.
Who has to check? You yourself has to check. You have to manufacture under the good manufacturing practices. You have to manufacture under the good manufacturing practices. You have to ensure that the product which comes to the market is as per standard.
If the government is not going to go and check, how does Amitabh Bachchan go and check, sir?
How do you expect Madhuri Dixit to go around shops and pick up
Maggi is watching, right? That's not cool.
How do you expect her to do that?
If you're saying the FDA is not going to do it, why is Madhuri Dixit going to do it? I'm at loss for words for that.
Madhuri Dixit has to understand that she gets liable the moment she endorses a product.
No, Madhuri Dixit, in this particular case, in this particular case, to put it simply, to put it simply, one second, a question to be asked is, I'm sure that when Madhuri Dixit,
approved by the government
I'm sure that when Madhuri Dixit signs the contract with the particular company, she has her legal advisors to ensure that her financial rights are protected. 1 minute. To ensure that the company does not renege from paying her 1 naya paisa that they owe her for being in that ad to say that this is the best breakfast that all children can have. So she's going to use lawyers to make sure that she gets her money. I would say, why doesn't she spend a little more money to ensure that she is... No, 1 second, Anuja, please show me. Did Madhuri Dixit spend any money?
I'm completely agreeing with you.
Okay, Anuja, go ahead, Anuja, if you are.
There was an interview with Amitabh Bachchan today. Yeah. There was a quote from Amitabh Bachchan today where he said that before he signs the contract, he says, guys, please make sure that this thing is, pure and safe. And he also says, in case there's any lawsuits, that you will cover,
yes,
you will cover my expenses.
Absolutely.
And I'm thinking, is that your consideration? Is that what you're worried about? Aren't you more worried about the fact that that this is a dodgy product that you're selling on TV?
I take your point.
They're all covered under insurance. They're all covered under insurance.
Independent due diligence about the quality of the product.
There is a
on personal liability, they're all covered
obviously
under
Amitabh
insurance.
Bachchan or Madhuri Dixit, when they were approached,
the brand
Maggi
alone will not cover you, my
supposed
friend.
to endorse Maggi. They first checked, said that, okay, is Maggi safe enough?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Then they said, okay, it's coming from a reputed company like Nestle. Obviously,
so you are in the business of advertising, Mr. Iyer. Now you know tomorrow.
Are there any notices? Are there any contracts against them? Are there any, let's say, defects that is available in the public domain? They must make inquiries and then take
honestly, something I really want to say is that why are we just talking about food products? There are celebrities are lying on TV left, right and center. They are saying I've used this product
because it is directly related to your health and safety.
Jeans are fair.
Because it is directly related to your health and safety.
But I'm saying, what
that is why we are talking about food. We are talking about food because it is concerning your health. It is concerning safety.
It's directly related to your health and safety.
How is Gorapan valid, yeah?
So that is why we are upholding. That is why we are taking them to the court.
No.
That is why we are initiating legal action.
It's a question. Sir, one second. Nobody. No, Mohandas Pai. Yes, Mr. Pai. Yes, Mr. Pai. Yeah.
See, Arnab, the standards for endorsement are very, very loose. Celebrities don't get into details. They must ask their advisors to make inquiries, get the details, get certificates from very experts that the products are safe. They are under the law. There are no notices and there are no latches against them. After doing all that, having documentation, then if they do it without having any puffing, without making extraneous statements, making reasonable statements based on fact, then they're protected.
No, you see, Madhur,
it will be misleading and they'll also be liable.
Sir, commercial considerations, Mr. Pai, very often blind celebrities to their moral responsibility and what's Anuja, please see, advertising companies have only one concern. How do they increase sales of that particular product? So you try and get a star who you think has the greatest mental footfall, who occupies the mind space. You want to ride on that particular celebrity's ability to influence consumer behavior. Let's be very clear about it. The bigger the celebrity, the greater the possibility that that person, through what they are saying, Anuja, then in that case, if it's a straight transaction, then when Madhuri Dixit comes out and says today that like most of India, you know what Madhuri Dixit is doing today, Anuja? Even today, when she should be saying, I will wait for the FDA findings. And in Delhi, by the way, the minister came out and said that 10 samples out of 13 or 14 were found to be unsafe. Today, you know what Madhuri Dixit is saying, Anuja? She says, like most of India, I have enjoyed Maggi noodles for years. Today. So she has not come out with a statement that cautions people. No, one second. I want to ask Madhuri Dixit that suppose I were to give her any brand that has 17 times more lead allegedly than is good for her health, will she enjoy the product? And so it is irresponsible when an ex-star comes out and puts out another advertisement for a product rather than exercising their social responsibility. And this happens in India. Madhuri Dixit should know that her... Preeti Shah.
I think...
Arnab,
the point...
Preeti Shah.
I think every celebrity...
I think Madhuri Dixit owes the public apology. A public apology is what Madhuri Dixit needs to give. Having endorsed a product by saying that it is healthy when it is not healthy.
Not only that, Preeti.
And celebrities are responsible because they make claims exactly what the companies make. They are an extension of the marketing team of the company. If you make the company Nestle responsible, then obviously the celebrity who says the same thing as the marketing team of the company says, then the celebrity is equally responsible. Celebrities, because they have hero worship, and say the kind of faith that people have in their product, that is why companies want to take the bigger stars.
Ravi is calling from Bengaluru. Can I get a few calls tonight?
Another point here is celebrities.
Preeti Shah, you make a good point.
There are certain products that don't need survey at all.
Absolutely.
There are certain products that you know that when you're endorsing, there are absurd claims. You don't need to do a survey. You know that these are absurd claims and what you're presenting to the public.
I can assure you. If Madhuri Dixit were to say, Ashok Pandit, I can, 1 second please, Ashok Pandit, just be calm for a minute. Just listen to me. If there is any doubt of the ability of marketing teams of companies to push their own products, then Sachin Tendulkar should go back and ask the liquor brand that offered him 20 crores, are you good for health? I can assure you the liquor brand would give Sachin Tendulkar... Anuja, a minute. Anuja, don't be intolerant to the other point of view, please. Anuja, Akshay Kumar can go to the Pan Masala company and he would have got a certificate from the Pan Masala company that Pan Masala is very good for your health. If Amitabh Bachchan would want to go to the cola company would give Mr. Bachchan a guaranteed, written, certified letter signed by one of their people that the cola is very good for health. And Kangana Ranaut could get a certificate from the Fairness Cream company that it does not promote racism.
But that's a personal...
No. I'm asking you, how does Madhuri Dixit turn around today? How does Madhuri Dixit turn around today and say the company has assured me? Does the company's assurance matter in this case?
But a company of this repute comes and tells me
please. Really? And how do you define repute?
It's been in existence for so many years.
25 years.
So a company that has been in existence for 25 years cannot be questioned.
Products that have been approved by the Food Safety Authority of India.
It is approved absolutely by the legal system of your country.
Really? And the fact of the matter remains that our legal system should be more lax than others, is it? I want to go back on this to some of our callers. Ravi from Bengaluru. My point is very simple. You cannot have double standards in different countries. Point number one. Okay? This is the UP FDSA finding. Just look at the levels of lead in that. Look at that. No, 1 second. 1 second, Mr. Iyer. Look at that. And tell me that you'll have it tonight.
No, this is not... The debate
no, tell me that you'll have it tonight.
The debate is not about whether we'll have it or not. The debate is that if they knew this fact and then they went ahead and said it, completely...
The fact of the matter remains that other countries have strict guidelines pertaining to their products. I do not think the health of Indians is less expendable than that of Americans.
Documentation is
but you see the products are 5 times more expensive.
Arnab, there are quality control standards. You cannot release a document. You cannot release something into the market without having quality control. So there will be quality control document by Nestle before they release it. They must check up how did the quality control happen. Was it evident there? And if they have made false document, they'll be liable. It's an open and shut case.
And Nestle, and absolutely yes, sir. If the product is false,
and where is the company in all of this?
Why are we discussing the celebrity?
Well,
where is the company?
You see, understand this, more and more states are now testing Maggi.
Sure.
This brings to the fore a bigger issue. There's a letter 2013. And it's a letter of the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India in New Delhi that gave this particular product in its different vegetarian and non-vegetarian variants a clean chit. I demand tonight, and I'm sure the people of this country will demand tonight, that there should be a detailed investigation into how this particular product, because if it is true that in Delhi today, what the minister said, that several particular samples of this Maggi were found to be unsafe, then I have just one simple demand. I want to know the names of these government officials who have been signing off on the product approval for the same product. They are as liable as the company. In fact, I would say they are more liable than the celebrities themselves.
Absolutely agree.
I think all those government officials who have just simply signed off, and I don't know whether they signed off honestly
What I've been saying.
or dishonestly. And I have many callers tonight. Ravi is the first caller. I'm just going to take a lot of callers right now. Ravi from Bengaluru is our first caller this evening. Ravi, good evening.
Good evening, Arnab. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, sir. Go ahead.
Good evening, and I'm a great admirer of your show, and by and large, your show is one of the most popular in India.
Thank you, sir.
I really admire that. And on a lighter note, I want to also tell you that please make it news to us instead of news hour, because it is from 9 to 11 and not 9 to 10.
It already is, sir, effectively. Thank you.
Okay, and coming to the point, I have a very serious point on these celebrities advertising these products. It cannot be that when the product is doing good, they can make lots of people advertising this product, and when the product is in the problem, they cannot slip away from that. And in fact, if you ask me, it is like giving a witness in the court. I mean, it is like a witness vouching for the product. They are vouching for the product, actually. And I believe that most of the products which are endorsed, they don't use it by themselves. They do it only for commercial interest.
Absolutely.
And I would tell that these people should be responsible, and these people should take the responsibility when something of this kind is found. And forget about all the technicalities, Arnab. What I'm telling you is scientific lead move and other things. In this case, in Maggi's case, it is a general common sense that it cannot be made in 2 minutes. The punchline itself is wrong.
Okay, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Mr. Chaudhary, I have so many callers. Don't want to interrupt you there, but I have so many callers. I must be fair to all. From Mohali, a retired college principal, Mr. Chaudhary is calling. Mr. Chaudhary, good evening. Arnab here.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm very well, sir. How are you? Go ahead, sir.
Well, first of all, let me congratulate you for taking up such an issue.
Thank you,
on
sir.
times now, as you usually take up this only. Arnab, if a doctor recommends a wrong medicine to a patient, should he not be held responsible for this sin and for this offense? Similarly, if the celebrities recommend something which is very dangerous, which contains lead and which particularly is taken by the small children, I think it is not only an offense, it is equally a sin. And I propose that all the money that they have earned by way of advertisement and promoting all these products should be taken back from them, and it should be spent on a noble cause. There was a time when Raj Babbar used to say, "Hum red and white cigarette peene walon ki baat hi kuch aur hai," and he used to earn so much of money like this. I think they should be taken to task. They must refund the money that they have earned, and they should be taken to
Okay,
task.
Mr. Chaudhary, thanks for calling. Thanks for calling. Subhash Bundela from Nashik is a businessman. Mr. Bundela, good evening.
Good evening, Arnab. How are you?
I'm very well, sir. Good evening.
No, I sense, Arnab, you share the pain like, all of us do. I have a question for Mr. Pandit and Anuja.
Yeah, Mr. Pandit and Anuja, go ahead.
Mr. Pandit and Anuja, I just request you all to come out of this world of glamour of yours, okay? Do you believe that, most of our country, most of the small children, they're small children, very small children, who get attracted, they don't read, they can't understand what the packet contains. The marketing is done by the faces. The faces of Amitabh Bachchan and Madhuri Dixit, they get attracted to them, and how today, for your own vested interest, because tomorrow you have to work with Amitabh Bachchan, you have to work with Madhuri Dixit, you want to just give them a benefit of that they are not responsible at all. Arnab, this country is being taken for granted.
No. I have an argument.
Absolutely, Mr. Pandit.
Let him complete at least, Mr. Pandit.
You are taking the people of this country for granted. You want to just excuse the celebrities. You think that Mr. Bachchan is feeding. Do you think? No, Mr. Pandit. Do you think that Mr. Bachchan is feeding? Mr. Bachchan, is he feeding his granddaughter Maggi?
Let me assure you
I want to ask you, is Mr. Bachchan feeding his daughter?
1 second, please. Okay, 1 second. Understood, please. Let's go ahead. Yeah.
You're sadly mistaken. Don't demonize the industry and the celebrities.
Please go look beyond your Bollywood industry, you know. There's a world outside Bollywood, for God's sake, Ashok Pandit. You infuriate me when you talk like that.
The product we just come in. Sir,
you know, think beyond we Bollywood for Bollywood.
The government agencies. So let us be very clear on that.
Sir, you reach Bollywood. Bollywood reaches to the heart of India. Understand the social responsibility that Bollywood needs to carry.
We are not for it.
Okay, Mrs. Gurpreet from Jalandhar. We are besieged with calls tonight. Miss Gurpreet from Jalandhar. Miss Gurpreet from Jalandhar, please. 1 second. From Jalandhar, Miss Gurpreet, are you there?
Hello.
Hello, Miss Gurpreet. Go ahead, ma'am, please. Good evening. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Arnab.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Arnab. It's a great. Good evening. It's a great honor to be. It's a great honor to be a part of this, a part of Times Now today. I've always wanted to be there when you are around, especially. Now it so happens, Arnab, that I'm a school teacher. I'm a school teacher, Arnab, and every day children are carrying tiffins full of Maggi. And it's sad to learn that there are people sitting here who are supporting the celebrities. Don't celebrities have children? Would they feed their children with Maggi with so much of lead in it? It's sad that our country has come to this level.
Yes, Miss Gurpreet. Well, Miss Gurpreet, I thank you. I thank you very much tonight.
Ma'am, why have you not found out?
Mr. Ashok Pandit.
You not found out whether there was lead in the Maggi or not?
Mr. Pandit Chandra Bose calling from Kolkata. Chandra Bose. Chandra Bose from Kolkata.
Yes, Mr. Goswami. This is very alarming.
Chandra Bose from Kolkata. Ashok Pandit,
who stays in Mumbai, she thrives on Maggi noodles. Now, what I don't seem to understand, how could a company get away with murder? I mean, a lead content of this kind of, magnitude. I think, I have put in 20 years of service in Tata Steel. Now, we used to have a quality control, and if the steel did not perform to its standards, we rejected it straight away. Now, how could this company get away with a food product with this kind of high level of lead content? I think the government should immediately take steps to prosecute the company for... there are so many children involved. I mean, apart from my daughter.
I agree.
There are so many children who are involved in this eating Maggi.
Mr. Bose.
I think, Mr. Goswami, it is really creditable that you have taken up this issue.
Thank you.
I think the NDA government must immediately take steps to seize the company and take legal action.
You see, Mr. Bose, as we are all aware, we must be extra careful when we look at products that essentially target children. You have products that essentially target children in the form of advertising. You are looking at two groups of influencers. And it's not like this marketing mumbo jumbo is not understood by people. You're targeting the parents by putting Madhuri Dixit up there, and you are targeting children by using children there who are enjoying the product. No, 1 second. Therefore, the products, those making the products, they carry a little greater... Mr. Pandit, you need to show a little more responsibility while advertising to Maggi 2-minute noodles than you need to do for advertising whiskey. That's all I'm saying. 1 second. Do you agree with me on that?
We also have to realize that it's a brand. Celebrities are all over late. It's a brand for a good 15, 17 years, got built.
All over
Absolutely.
the
I mean, if 1 month ago, if I was to ask you if you would buy Nestle products, you would buy it off the shelf and no questions asked.
That means they must have more social responsibility, right?
Absolutely, they should. As a company, if they're found guilty, the government should take them, take them to the washers. There's no question about it.
Okay, now, there are different tests which are going on right now on Maggi. The disturbing part is in several places we are hearing now that there are concerns. In some places we are told the testing is still very much on. But the most disturbing part is I want to know how these certificates are being given out. My bigger question tonight is to the government and to our food ministry. Mr. Paswan now says, Mr. Paswan Mohandas Pai, the food minister, says that whoever is found responsible, the companies will be taken to task. I think he should first start with his own government and his officials who have been given God knows how many certificates they have given to people without doing appropriate tests.
100%. Completely. 100%.
Absolutely. The corruption is rampant in all this, Arnab. You can see it in some standards of the government. You can see it in the false certificate. You can see it in the drug cases. The corruption should be stamped out wherever human consumption is involved first.
And this is corruption that's harming people.
Absolutely is.
Absolutely.
I mean, we don't rewrite the labels.
I think consumer activists like Bijon Mishra should pick it up as well.
No, Arnab, I must tell you, the minister, the honorable minister should have announced, that he is going to bring a code of conduct which is not going to allow any kind of a food product to be targeted to children. There has to be a ban which is world over, which Nestle knows. Nestle knows that world over there is a code of conduct that there is no marketing to be done on food products which are targeted to children.
There should be severe damages.
And for Madhuri Dixit, maybe she can stop promoting the product till the results are over. I thank you very much, gentlemen. We picked up this news report, the matters of concern involving private companies, endorsers, as well as, I admit, the government. But you can't blame the people for buying into a good advertisement.
Sure.
But a good advertisement for a brand that doesn't deserve it is something that none of us can really endorse. Thank you, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 2 on the News Hour tonight. Thank you.